The Winooski watershed faces various challenges today, perhaps now more than ever. For example, invasive species are commonly found on the banks of the Winooski, which decrease biodiversity in the riparian buffer zone. Other challenges include pollution from cigarette butts and other litter to oil from cars and salt from the roads in the wintertime. Sewage overflow is still a possibility even now in 2023, as indicated by the signs posted at the overflow locations along the Winooski. The challenge we want to address in this video is that of runoff. Runoff is an issue our rivers face on a weekly to monthly basis. It rains, or snow melts, on our roads, sidewalks, houses, or other impervious, meaning non-penetrable, surfaces. The water then runs off those surfaces instead of being absorbed into the ground as water would in the natural environment. Runoff picks up litter and other pollutants like salt, oil, and then, since it has to go somewhere, it washes off into the river, increasing the magnitude of floods and potential pollution. Runoff occurs during normal rain events, but its impacts are exacerbated when a storm hits. During this video, we'll propose 2 solutions to runoff, their costs, pros and cons, and where in the Winooski watershed we'd like to see them implemented, if possible. One way to mitigate runoff is pervious pavement. Pavement that enables water to pass through its surface, either to be collected and filtered or to soak into the ground. One proposal we have is to replace the road the length of the State House lawn with pervious pavement. The State House lawn is about 540 feet across, and the width of the road is approximately 40 feet, which makes the estimated approximate area the pervious pavement would cover would be around 22,600 feet square. Different kinds of permeable pavement, for there are 3 main types, have a range of costs. Each can last 20 to 30 years, can handle heavy loads of all vehicles, and require periodic vacuuming. From there, the similarities lessen. Each type of permeable pavement has its own pros and cons, and the right type of permeable pavement differs based on location and other factors such as road upkeep. For example, in our very own Burlington, Vermont, porous concrete was installed at Champlain College, but with the cold of the winter, salts, and snow retardant, the concrete did not withstand the winter weather. However, after that unfortunate outcome, the college put in storm pave, a type of permeable clay paver that has withheld the weather and the salts much better than the original porous concrete. Considering Burlington isn't too different from Montpelier, climate and road treatment-wise, it could make sense to use permeable pavers for our runoff solution. Pavers differ in cost, but are typically $8 to $40 per square foot. If we take the median of that, which is 24, times the square footage of the area in front of the Capitol, we get a rough estimate of $518,400 to cover the approximate area in front of the Capitol. Of course, this is just the price of the approximation, for the real cost differs site to site and by company. While there are a multitude of different places that would benefit from this technology, perhaps places that even need it more than the Capitol, the aim of the project is to not only benefit the river, but to spread awareness on this form of runoff mitigation. From a community perspective, the implementation of green stormwater infrastructure in a very visible place in front of the State House shows Vermont's commitment to being more sustainable. Additionally, the signs could be put up along the area of permeable pavement explaining what it is, how it works, and how people could utilize the technology in their own driveways at home. Tourists visiting the Capitol could also learn about the purpose of the permeable pavement and perhaps seek similar infrastructure in their own state/country. With signage, the pervious pavement could also become not only a way to mitigate runoff, but to educate and spread awareness on different solutions to challenges our rivers face.
Another possible solution to the runoff issue is the implementation of green roofs. Green roofs provide a different avenue to solve the runoff issue by filtering rainwater through plants and multiple layers of filtering material. This absorbs up to 65% of the stormwater that would usually flow off the roof, flushing potentially harmful runoff into the river or nearby water sources. Other benefits of green roofs are the addition of native plants that help pollinators and attract wildlife. Though they cost more than a typical roof, they last 40 years or more, which is longer than most other roof types, and also save money on heating and cooling through the insulation that they provide. My proposal is to implement a green roof on top of the city center in downtown Montpelier. By using a 50-foot by 50-foot plot on top of the roof with a square footage of 2,500 feet, the cost could vary from $25,000 to $62,000 based on the type of green roof. The roofs vary depending on what type of vegetation is grown. Mosses, flowers, and grasses weigh less and minimize costs, whereas large shrubs and small trees cost more and may need to be maintained. Overall, green roofs are a good investment that help with many current climate issues, especially runoff. With this project, our purpose is to promote action regarding runoff and lead us towards a greener and more environmentally friendly future.